shit, piss, cunt. Whoa, sick moves. Wow, yeah, bloody cool. Yeah, yellow. Hello to yellow. Today we're yellow, thus I say hello. Ooh. Every time, without fail, I Google colour that I'm using today, characters, and every time my mind goes completely blank. Because, you know, if you said you and think of some characters that are certain colours, I'll come up with some, you know, if I'm pushed. But just, if it's for myself, just off the top of my head, oh, I'll draw some yellow characters. Immediately, it's just... wind noise, like in that scene in Gun Viking. I've got nothing. So I Google, and then, you know, Google images. Corporations helping me with my art. And straight away I'm like, oh, of course, SpongeBob's a yellow character. Of course, whatever this is a yellow. Is that visible on the... Oh, it might be. It's Jake the dog. It's... Of course there's a yellow character. Tweety Bird. Some other shit. It gives you a load of characters that are like dressed in yellow as well, which isn't really what I'm going for, you know. Going for characters that are yellow, not characters that wear yellow. That's completely different. That's not what we're about here at the ewan Pasp. Get out of here, Tech Deck, you knob. I thought it'd be funny to play that Best Day Ever song while I'm drawing SpongeBob. It's the best day ever, best day ever. I didn't realise, I remembered fondly. Oh, he's got cannabis hands. That wasn't intentional. I was just drawing dumb, silly, pointy little fingers, but it looks like cannabis. I used that song. Do you remember? That was way back in the Ewan Sucks podcast days. When I did a mashup of Best Day Ever song from SpongeBob and Hitler's speech from like the Nuremberg rallies or some shit. And it, not that it fit together quite well, but it was a funny juxtaposition of it's the best day ever, best day ever. Heißt sich als Juden, sie heil sie fast gedassen, das Juden. Obviously, I don't actually know any of his speeches. I don't pay attention. That's not dark enough. I was hoping for a slightly darker yellow to do the shadows. I'm allowing myself the use of these if I feel it necessary, because the problem with yellows, obviously this is more like a brown than a yellow, which is kind of annoying. I didn't even want it to be that dark. Shit. It'll have to do now. I've started, so I'll finish. But a lot of the yellows are quite similar in tone. There's more orange yellows, there's more brown yellows, but you know, like this basically looks like a brown. It's not that colour, is it? Well, kind of is. So if I feel it necessary, I will whap out the browns and oranges to add where appropriate, if I feel it necessary. I might not, but I fucking might. So does anyone remember that? The old Hitler SpongeBob mashup? That was funny. 10 Ewan points to whoever remembers that, whoever can pull that one up off of the old archives. The Ewan Sucks archives. Minus a million Ewan points to whoever gets me cancelled because of... Of course, I have the benefit of not really being popular enough to get cancelled. I know no one ever... The whole point of like going viral is that no one tries to go viral. Viral stuff happens. It doesn't... You can plan it, but it's usually obvious. If someone plans to go viral, you can see it. You can taste it. But whenever, as if you create art or whatever else online, you always have, even if it's just in the back of your mind somewhere, you do have the thought of like, oh, maybe this will go viral. Maybe if I draw a funny dick butt, it will go viral. Maybe if I draw a weird looking Spongebob, it will go viral. You never expect it to, but, there's some weird kind of hope that, like, it's just you want recognition and you want your art to be noticed and to, potentially do something for you, to get your name out there enough that, you can start making money or doing whatever with your art. Like going viral can really help creators. So it's always a thing in your mind. But, it's so rare that it actually happens, and even rarer that it happens to anyone really creating anything good. So everything I do, I have a sort of mind of, oh, maybe this will go viral, maybe this will go viral, maybe this... Never expecting it to. But hey, maybe if my Spongebob Hitler mashup gets out there a bit more, maybe that'll go viral. For all the wrong reasons. Hey, there's no such thing as bad press. That's what they say. Until they're in prison. Because they're a pedophile. I don't necessarily have a worry of that, but it's just a thing. It's more, it would be funny if it happened rather than I worry about it happening. Of if my stuff ever gets viralized or whatever, and then people start digging through my old stuff and find me talking about fucking babies and being a blatant fucking racist, misogynist, homophobe, whatever. I like to think people will see that I was just kidding around, I was just having fun, I was being a bit silly. Maybe they won't. Yellow! Yellow's what we're talking about today. Did you know? Did you? Wow, that's amazing. I have a really clear memory. I don't know if I have many yellow facts, so I'll just say things about yellow. I have a really clear memory of being maybe 2 or 3 and sitting in the front of a shopping trolley or a shopping cart where they have the little like fold-out seat you can put a kid in, push him around. This is a really weird, static-looking Spongebob. I was hoping to have it, give it more energy. Oh well. And then my dad. This is when my folks were still together. It must have been a long, long time ago. My dad pushing me around in the shopping trolley, which we call them in England, trolleys. And he showed me something or whatever that was yellow, and I said lello, and he was like, no, it's yellow, and I said lello, and then for I don't know the next bunch of minutes he was trying to get me to say yellow, and then it was almost like something out of a bad comedy show or something, where my dad was going say yell, and I'd say yell, and then he'd say oh, and I'd say oh, and he'd say yellow, and I'd go lello. Because I was stupid. I didn't know how to pronounce yellow. I pronounced it lello. Stupid and hilarious. Even back then, Ewan was a comedy fucking whiz kid. Say yell, yell. Oh, yellow. Lello. Oh, Ewan, you are a funny one. Oh, that's a good brown. It's an almost perfect brown for Shorty shorts. Look at that. Magic, majestic, wonderful, wunderbar. Going back to my Nazi German roots. I'm not one of them. I promise. I'm not a Nazi. I could be a Nazi if I want. Shut up. Stop quelling my ambitions. So we're using orange instead of red. Using browns and shit. So it keeps within the yellow sort of theme or whatever. Now is this lime peel? So that's more of a green. It looks yellow, but it's fucking not. It's a lying colour. That's too light. Is this the exact same colour? What is that? Cream and deco yellow. Different, but... Whoa, hey, man, that's... I was expecting more like that, not... Why are the broad ones different to the skinny ones? That's weird, that is. Ooh, what's going on? I just want to add in a little bit of just shady shade to certain parts. Make my Spongebob look cool. Of course, another yellow character. I guess quite an obvious one. Or characters, group of characters is the Minions. But we shan't be fucksing with them. We're not fucking around with no fucking Minions. Now, what kind of yellow is going to be good for Jake the dog? This came out brown, didn't it? Was this the one that came out? Was it the brown one? Is that? Yeah. Because Jake the dog is a slightly more of like a sandy yellow colour as opposed to like a yellow colour. But I don't know if I've got any lower sand, because I've got oranges, yellow orange apparently. But I don't want to draw an orange Jake the dog. That'll look weird. Or will it? Will it look weird? Or would that just look normal? Maybe that'll be fine. Maybe it'll be fine. Maybe it'll be alright. Maybe we'll survive. We will live. Oh no, that's quite good actually. That'll do. That's quite a sandy. That's almost exactly what I was going for. Hey! Fucking bloody yeah. So yeah, I got no yellow facts. It's arguable that I had blue and green facts, really, isn't it? This is going to be messy. I've got to be careful with this. Using markers is a whole different world from what I'm used to with Sharpies. I'm okay with ballpoint pens. Markers are a little bit. You got to, because it creates blotches if you use it too heavily in one area and shit. What's a yellow fact? What's yellow? Let's name yellow the sun. Did you know the sun isn't actually yellow? It's actually more of a common... Oh, I have no... I'm talking absolute shite. I don't know. I got nothing for yellow facts. Should I Google yellow facts and we can learn things about the colour yellow? Well, not right now because I'm busy colouring in like a fucking child. Draw some Jake legs, but I'll put another character underneath him so I don't want to draw them too much. Let's Google yellow facts. 5 fun facts about the colour yellow. Wow, strap in, guys. Yellow is the most visible colour in daylight. Okay, apparently. Yellow pigment is as old as time. Colour in culture, yellow. The psychology of it. Well, those aren't facts. They're links going to other things. 12 bright facts about the colour yellow. Thefactsite.com. Wow, maybe I can use this for all the others. Yellow is a primary colour. Yeah, I know. In Japan, yellow is the colour of courage. Wow, did you know? In Egypt, yellow is the colour of mourning. mourning. As in being sad because someone fucking died. Someone died. Oh, they're not around anymore being a pain in my arsehole. It's probably for the best then. Egypt. Isn't like everything in Egypt yellow? Like if you learn about Egypt in school, everything is like yellow. It's all sand or like gold and shit. Everything's yellow. Are they just constantly mourning? Well, I guess like the pharaohs and stuff, when they were buried, they were all in gold and yellow all over them and stuff. So I guess that makes sense. Mourning. In American slang, a coward can be said to be yellow. Or yellow. Yeah, of course. That's a thing, isn't it? It's like calling someone chicken, like in Back to the Future. Do they do that in Back to the Future 3? What are you, yellow? Nobody calls me yellow. The worst of the Back to the Future films, you remember, with that bit where the kid touches his dick on the train. That was a bit weird, wasn't it? Let's give him some hair. Let's give Jake a few hairs, some texture. Yeah, yellow-bellied, lily-livered, scum-sucking motherfucker. Yeah, stuttering, muttering prick you. That's a fact about yellow. That's not really... I mean, I guess it's a fact. Yellow can mean cowardly or fucking whatever. Fact number 5. Yellow is a colour that is easily visible. That is why it is commonly used to indicate caution. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, it is a commonly used thing for like caution. Take the black and yellow. It's in that song. Black and yellow, 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 black and yellow. That's how the song goes, isn't it? Look, all these things I already knew, but I didn't know I know. So, because I knew it meant cowardly. I knew it was used as like caution, you know, penis, whatever. In some countries, taxis are commonly yellow. That's, yeah, like New York. Began in Chicago, where a taxi entrepreneur, John D. Hertz, is D. Hertz. That's funny. Painted his taxis yellow based on the University of... Yellow is an appropriate colour for a room used for studying because it has a stimulating effect on the mind. Wow. If you paint a room yellow for studying in, it'll do some shit to your mind. To your mind caverns. To your mind caves. It will make your mind caves stimulated, and all your little mind bats will fly around learning shit really well because of the colour yellow. Or some shit, I don't know. Or care. I'm just drawing yellow characters, that's all I'm doing. Is this going to be tedious? I mean, already on the third one, I'm like, should I be doing more with the colourful drawings rather than just a selection of characters that are yellow? No, fuck it, because I figure at the end of this I'll be able to flip through my sketchbook and be like blue, green, yellow, and then whatever colours go. Obviously it's going to be orange and then red and then pink and then purple, and I think that'll be it. Yeah, so that makes sense, doesn't it? Blue, green, yellow, orange, red, pink, purple. Purple is a bit of a maybe baby. I don't know. We'll see about that one because, you know. See, I told myself as well I wasn't going to draw a Pikachu because that's too fucking. I don't know, too obvious. I can't draw a Pikachu. It's too obvious to draw a Pikachu, but there's a space here. I could draw a Pikachu. I could draw his head. No, don't. And his ears. I could draw a Pikachu. Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy, Ewan the Poohan. Just wanted to cut in, talk about today's sponsor. Thank you to bizshare.com. Oh, pew, pew, pew. Back from the grave almost, as it were. They're back again, sponsoring us, giving us... You need some piss? They got you covered. In piss! Bizshare.com is a piss sharing app. You get on, you find people with piss, and you go, hey, I could use some of that right now, and they'll send you some piss. Ideally, you upload your piss or put it in a jar, and then you can say, I've got this much piss. If you need piss for fucking drug tests, fertilizer, or to like mark your territory. If you're empty, there's nothing coming out. You got problems, kidney stone, I don't know, fucking whatever. Get on to pissshare.com, get yourself some piss, you fucking bitch. The practical uses are all practical, of course, but Pissshare is now involved in a handy leisure sharing of piss. If you just fancy a nice glass of lukewarm room temperature piss full of flavour, then you should get on to pissshare.com now, you bastard. Let's take a look at an art book. Is it a little bit too like sucking my own cock to look through my own art book? And why this book and why not fucking, this fucking thing? Well, because I just haven't looked through it in a while and I wanted to look through it. And, maybe it's a little bit me fucking sniffing my own farts and going, yummy. But at the same time, mostly, not always, but mostly, I make art. I make pictures. It's not even art, man. I make pictures that I want to look at. That's the whole point. Is I make shit that I want to look at. Like, where the fucking... I remembered the other day. I remembered the reason I made this in the first place. At my university, where I went over 10 years ago, attached to the main campus was a gallery. That was just shit, modern art gallery, whatever. But I remember at one point being in there and there was one picture on the wall. It was quite big, a print someone had made. Someone had like photo manipulated a print. It was a cityscape. Let's get my notey notes. There's God, give me a better pen. Fuck! Where's all my good pens? It was a cityscape. These are buildings. It was better than this, but you get the idea. And then here was Godzilla. And then here was the mouse with an ear on its back. So they'd made this picture, and it was like a landscape thing, and it was using photo references of cityscape and Godzilla and the mouse, and it was all black and white, so it sort of blended together. It was quite cool. And I remember thinking, I'd love to see a film like that, of like the mouse with an ear on its back, but huge. But of course I can't make a film, but I can make a comic. So I went, and so I think literally within like 2 or 3 days I'd made this as a thing. Not maybe one day? No. I made it really fucking quick. I know that, like within a week, less than a week, I'd made this. Thinking, I want to make it so I can look at it, because that's something I want to see that didn't exist, so I made it, yeah. And same with Gun Viking. I wanted to make a comic to look at in the style of, Bisley, early 90s, 2000 AD, hand-painted comics, of a big, stupid, muscly Viking with guns. Like, it wasn't about, I've got a story to tell, I need to get it written, and it's deep, and the character, the development. It was just, I wanted to make some shit to look at, and that's what I bumfuck did. And that's all my books are, is just making shit to look at. So I'm going to look at it, because that's literally what they're for. It's the whole point. I really liked that one. I thought that was quite cool. Starting off with Hulk paintings. That was a really early painting. I was learning to paint. I just sort of cottoned on to the whole reflected light thing. So I was using it sort of sparingly here and there. I liked all these noodle arms I used to do. The Batman, the Batman's quite cool. I'm pretty happy with that. The Spider-Man's quite funny, his little web hammock thing. All the fucking noodle arms, Jesus. That was really cool. That was the first draft, and then I did this one. I really like that. It's my little man. My little man, but early back in the days little man with his weird noodly arms. Spurt. You get it. Stuff. I mean, I'm not going to talk about every single painting. Skateboard. Hey! Pew! Yeah, let's bloody yeah! Pew! I want to do more skateboard art. Skateboard drawings of skateboarders. Maybe art that could go on skateboard. Wouldn't that be cool if I could get into that late in life of doing art for skateboards? Gun Viking skateboards, those would be fucking cool. Fleshbob skateboards, Goblin skateboards. I could do so much. Also, it sucks I didn't do it right, but I don't know if it shows on camera, but there's a faint square around this Hulk figurine where you can see it was actually a separate painting that I put together with this, and I didn't get rid of the square around the JPEG of the Hulk figure. But fuck it, it is what it is. Oh, this is quite fun. Just some skate rats. Bunch of kids with skateboards. His shirt says skull fuck, but you can't quite see it. That one's me. That's based on me as a kid. As a little skate kid. Some shit. Goblins. Frazetta parody copy, whatever. Teddy bear with a gun. Do-do-do. Orange and skulls, that's the theme. I tried to make them, like themes. So you've got like heads, licking and eating heads. You've got wibbly arm characters. Goblins. Skulls and orange lighting. This one I know I was trying to do like more of a scene, because this is just like one thing. This is one thing. But I wanted to paint more of like a scene with stuff going on, but I don't know if I really hit it. That was done for an art competition. I don't think I ever sent it to. It was for like a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition art contest or something. I spent so long on it. There's so many like details and shit. But then I looked at it afterwards and I was like, nah, the background's shit, this is shit. Yeah, I wasn't. Like, I liked it. Oh, fuck it, I don't care. Look, drawings that I painted over. Cerebus. I like Cerebus, he's good. The start of these are, where I painted over other people's drawings. So that's one of those where the numbers come up, because I've got a list in the back of people's Instagrams where you can check that shit out. That was for a comic that I ended up not working on. That would have been published by the same people that did Zach Ridley. I really liked that. That was a tiny, tiny painting. That was quite a small painting. Nice feet in heels with an ankle bracelet. We loved that shit. The Doomsday covers. First, second and third ones I did. That looks weird. That looks kind of neat. And that's pretty fucking killer, if I say so myself. This book overall, it's cool for the time, and it's literally just collecting a bunch of my paintings over from a couple of years. I quite like this one, actually. Obviously, the actual nugget is orange, but then he's got a green sort of Frankenstein head piece. So I painted the whole thing green so it fit a bit more. Did some shit in the background. A troll with one eye. Ooh. I think my next, like, I want to put out my nudes art book, but I want that to be professionally published because I've got such a specific idea of how I want it to look, and I want it to be hardback and everything. So I mean, whether or not that'll ever happen, we'll see. But other than that, my next art book, I want to be like, I want it to look like collaged and handmade, whereas this is all just like page with image on. I want them to be like, it looks like a bit of paper on the page with some writing underneath about the picture, like page after page of that, of just like collage and photos and paintings and drawings all shit together. Whereas this is just book of paintings. These are all based on other people's artworks. I'm stealing ideas. That was painted over Glenn Fabry. He did a sketch. I paid for a sketch of Judge Dredd and I painted over it. That was a little sketch card of Judge Death. See? A theme. 2000 AD, Judge Dredd. Sketch cards. Pokemons. I really liked the Tangela, actually. Tangela, whatever. With the one eye. I thought that was quite a cool one. I was pretty happy with that. I really liked the Chroma Ratata. That was done for someone's birthday present, for like a commission for a birthday present for someone. Which is quite cool. A bunch of portraits. Gorillas. Dick butt. Fucked up Joker. I don't need to point out what everyone is. I mean, that's the point of pictures, isn't it? You look at them and you go, oh, that's that, rather than me having to point at every picture and go, this is this. That's one of my favourite paintings I've ever done over someone else's artwork. But these were like drawings. I've done a whole book of just these of this guy Irfan Sepet on Instagram. I loved his drawings, so I painted over a couple, and then we worked on a little project together where he sent me loads of his drawings and I painted over them. Zach Ridley. That's about actual size of that cover. That's about the actual size of the painting I did originally for that. Some pages from Zach Ridley. So yeah, I like that I got this book out, that I made it. It's one of my, growing library of books. And it's a cool thing to look through if you've got it. It's a pretty cool thing to have. A bunch of artwork. Louis C.K. with AIDS carved in his head. Things didn't go well for him, did they? MCA of the Beastie Boys passed away, sadly. My dad also passed away, sadly. Some girls. Titty. Yeah, so I'm glad this book is made for what it is. It is a collection of paintings, pretty neat and tidy. But for my next art book, I really want it to be like fucking like a real art book. Whatever the fuck that means. Some Charlie Browns. Rap Bros. Again, just saying what you're looking at. Goblins. I really liked parts of this. Like this one, it's kind of cool, but then it's like, I didn't like this hand, and I wasn't happy overall. And then this one, I loved like some of the textures and shapes I got in here, but I couldn't figure out the legs, so I just left it, because fuck it. Still quite a cool piece though. I mean, it is pretty cool, to be honest. And then, of course, these. That's one of my favourite ever paintings I've done. I was really, really happy with that. And that's cool too, I guess. He's got a little Leonardo figure tied to his arm. Got tattoos and shit. That's fun. It's a bit of fun. Sometimes I will look through my Instagram just to look at it, to be like, oh, these are cool, whatever. I'd just seen the film Ant-Man, and I thought it would be better if he was an actual ant man tearing people's throats out. So I painted this. Because I wanted to look at it. I wanted to see an actual ant man ripping someone's throat out, so I painted an ant man ripping someone's throat out. That's the point. So that's what I'm saying. I look at my Instagram sometimes just to look at the artwork I've created, to go, oh, isn't this some nice artwork? Because that's the point. That's what it's all for. It's making shit to look at, to go, oh, cool, gun Viking. Old blue skin Viking. Back in the day. God, this book seems so out of date. This is before I even did issue 3, man. So there's only so much artwork I've got that I can show in this book. Painted over Scotty Young's drawing to be like, look what I can do. And then did covers for his comic, which is cool. But now that's one of those things that, like, 2017, God, it's so long ago now. Like, I can say I did that thing, which is cool. Some of them were better than others, whatever. And these are like compositions I did. First draft, and then I did this one, and Scotty was like, maybe like oranges and yellows in the background. Then I did this one, and he was like, yeah, perfect. And then like first draft, final draft, first draft, final draft. But yeah, so I'm glad to have done those, and I like to be able to say, look, I did these covers for the thing. But like with any art, you have to keep going, because that's fucking 4 years ago now. I can't keep saying, oh, remember when I did those covers for Scotty Young's comic? I have to sort of let it go. You know, it's stuff to go in my portfolio. I can show it as some shit I've done. But I have to just keep going, keep moving on with new stuff and make more art. That was my own piece. I really like that. I wanted it to be like quite bold and graphic, cartoony Gertrude or whatever her name is, and then slightly more realistically painted arms. Big muscly arms with an axe. I like that piece. I'm happy with that. Mad villain. And then these were a couple of latest pieces at the time of this book coming out. Obviously Pickle Rick in a rat suit that I would have loved to have actually seen. Again, drawing shit that I would have actually liked to see, because I was really sort of unimpressed. If you see some of the concept work for Pickle Rick's rat suit that he makes, some of them are like an entire rat, or like huge parts of the rat strapped onto him and stuff. Some of them are really, really cool looking. And then the actual one he has in the end just looks really sort of flimsy. I was a little bit annoyed with that. So I figured this would have looked loads better if he just, you know, used an entire rat, almost like a mech suit, with its brain wired into his or whatever. But, you know, whatever. What do I know? Cassidy from Preacher, that was quite a fun one. And then my palette, the other artists I painted over. And little young Ewan with no beard. Oh my god. Look how, I don't know, handsome? Is he handsome? I think he's handsome. 2018. Oh, years old. So there you go. Make shit to look at it and then jerk off over your own artwork because you're really egotistical and shit. I said I wasn't going to draw a Pikachu. Oh, fucking, how does this happen? I'm away for 1 minute. I come back and it's fucking, oh god, it's ruined all my drawings. It's peakified them. It's fucking, oh, only joking. Had you fooled though, didn't I? Look, it's like the same, but fucking Invasion of the Body Snatchers Pokemon edition. That's a good film, by the way. One of them. There's a bunch of them. The one with who's the guy? Oh god, I can't remember the guy's name. Anyway, there's a dog with a man's face. It's a dog with a man's face. There's a dog with a man's face in it. It's weird. But there's one bit in that film which I reference a lot, where the guy, you see the guy, Donald Sutherland? I think it is. I don't know if it's Donald, someone Sutherland. I think it's Kiefer Sutherland's dad. Is it Donald or someone Sutherland? Somebody Sutherland, I think. And then the girl sees him towards the end of the film. She's like, "Oh my God, it's you! Thank God!" And he looks at her and then opens his mouth and points and goes, "Because he's been body snatched! Oh my fucking God! Oh gosh, it's so tense. It makes me shit my pants." That's a good film. Not the Pokemon edition though. Fuck that noise. That fucking mess of a shit. An obvious one, which yellow. An obvious yellow is the racial stereotype of Chinese people. No, every one of the Simpsons characters, every single of the one of the Simpsons characters, they're all yellow. Oh, there's a yellow fact, which I think everyone probably does know already, but I need to fill a video. The Simpsons were originally yellow, designed to be yellow, because Matt Groening, the creator of The Simpsons, wanted people to think there was something wrong with the television set. He wanted people to see yellow beings on their screen and be like, "Oh, what the fuck's wrong with the television? It's all gone yellow." Because most, cartoons with people in were skin colour. Peachy flesh, white cartoon characters. So Mr. Groening thought it would be funny to have them be fucking yellow. There's a factoid for your day. It is daytime. It's fucking 9 in the morning that I'm recording this, which is frankly outlandish. I've been getting up, not necessarily intentionally, but I've been getting up pretty early, around 6 or 7 these last few days. I don't sleep good at the best of times, but I've been going to bed fairly early, sleeping a few hours, getting up nice and early, which is, I'm kind of liking it. It's okay. I at least try to get stuff done, because it's easy to just sit around and go, "Oh, if it's too early." It's taken me forever, and I'm being too slow. It's my fault, but it's taken me forever to get through all the orders of Gun Viking, to package them up and send them all out and shit. I will get to it all, but it's just taken me too long because I'm shit. I spent a couple of days doing that, and then I prefer to go to the post office when it's early anyway, because then it's not full of fucking people not understanding what the fuck they're doing, taking up all the time and space. Up early, wrap some orders, go to the post office, take care of that, get a little bite to eat, some brekkie breakfast, maybe an apple or something, a hot chocolate, and then sometimes record my podcast today. Sometimes. Look, it's a weird looking Bart Simpson. What the fuck is up with his face? Isn't he supposed to have big bulgy eyes? The obvious choice, of course, would have been to draw Marge, since I find her so sexually attractive. But with her big blue hair, I didn't think it would be appropriate for this page, because it's all, yellow, brown, the red isn't orange. It fits, Whereas if I was to draw Marge with her blue hair, the blue would be too stark a contrast to the rest of it. Yeah, so that's why I've not drawn Margety Marge. Oh, speaking of sexual attraction to older women, I had a thought the other day, and this is purely an opinion. It's my thought. It's my opinion. If you don't agree, then that's fine. In general, I love short hair on, boys, girls, women, whatever. I love a nice bob cut. Velma from Scooby-Doo, we all love a bit of short hair. Love it, brilliant. Long hair's cool too. But on older women, because I think there's a tendency for sort of more mature women to have short hair because it's easier to deal with, it's less hassle, you're older, you don't have the time and the energy to fuck around with having long ass fucking hair. So I completely understand why, in general, it seems to me that older women go for shorter haircuts. Completely reasonable, fair, fine. However, if you see a woman with like nice, even if it's grey or white hair, just nice long grey hair, there's something really, to me, very sexually attractive about that. I don't know what it is exactly, but I've seen it a few times recently, which I think has sort of brought it to mind, and I like it. There you go. That's all it is. I happen to like it. I find something very attractive about an older woman with long grey hair. Yeah, if it's tied up or if it's down or whatever, just nice, long, delicious grey, old, decrepit old hair. I have no idea. Yeah, I do actually. I'm just a creep and a pervert, and I like. Well, there's nothing wrong with liking old ladies. Better than liking children, eh? I don't like children. I hate them. I plan to never ever have any. Because I'm going to break the cycle of having kids and fucking them up. So instead, I will opt out of that. I'll click the unsubscribe to your mailing list for having children. I will have none of them, none children, 0 children. Let's not have any fucking babies. Unless you're going to use them for target practice, of course, because that would be quite funny, wouldn't it? My invasion of the body snatchers thing. I'm looking for another yellow character to draw. Cat dog. Cat dog's a little bit orange, I think. For do you know what would fit quite nicely there? I saw one small image. I'll Google it specifically. BIG space BIRD. He's yellow. He's a big yellow fuck. Big fucking yellow fuck face. Big feathered fucking fuck. Big Bird, I'm speaking about, in case you hadn't already caught on to that. Rather than that cunt, we're gonna draw big fucking bird, eat my shit and piss. Do-do-do. While we're talking about piss, while I mentioned the word piss one time, can we talk about the Piss Share logo? Boink, I'll pop it up. I came up with this. Piss Share, you know, it's funny, ha ha ha. All good fun, good funny, fun. But can we just take a moment to appreciate how fucking genius that is? How it's... Should we go through my notes? Cow, alien, woman, footers, we've been there. Screaming hand, but Fleshbob. So you know, like the skateboard or the screaming hand, the blue hand with a mouth? That, but with Fleshbob's face, and it's all pink. I think that would be quite cool. Might make quite a nice sticker. Large white woman singing reggae songs on the high street with the accent. I actually saw that. That was a thing I saw on the high street in the town where I live. A large, I guess, plus size white woman in jeans and a baggy black t-shirt with like a little speaker setup and a microphone on the high street just next to a shop singing Bob Marley songs, which would be fine, but she was singing it with like the Bob Marley accent, and I didn't find it offensive. I just thought it was fucking stupid. Like, if you're singing those songs among other songs, cool, fine. But to sing them like that, because she was singing like No woman no cry, no woman no cry. Like really heavy, like Jamaican accent. And it's just like, don't do that. That's not. What the fuck is wrong with you? That's it's absurd. You know, I mean, she's well within her right to. There's no reason she shouldn't really, other than what the fuck are you doing, you imbecile? Yeah, that was a thing I noticed, so I noted it down because I don't know, maybe I'll draw it or do something with it. I thought it'd be funny instead of a stand-up comedian to be a stand-up tragedist. So instead of going on stage being really funny, you go on stage and make everyone really sad and unhappy. So all I have to do is walk up there and just stand there, and everyone will go, oh, I feel sad now, I feel depressed. That's an idea, stand-up tragedist. So the Piss Share logo, it's... I'm going to get it wrong now, aren't I? I mean, if I remember, I'll pop it up on the screen. If not, I'm just drawing it just to show you. Okay, so look. It's 2 drops of piss, 2 water drop shapes that are yellow, 2 drops of piss, 2 piss drops shared, an S, because this is piss, and there's an S, piss share, and it's also like a yin-yang, so it's like sharing, it's one in the same, one within the other. Yin-yang, piss drops, an S. That is genius fucking logo design, if I do say so myself, which I do, because I'm fucking my pillows. I don't fuck my pillows, that would be weird. What am I? Sad and lonely. Oh look, it's Big Bird. Oh. I just thought it was worth mentioning. Well, not worth mentioning, I just wanted to point out that's fucking... I thought that from the very first moment I made that logo, like a couple of years ago, whenever it was. It's fucking genius. How incredibly smart of me, how bloody brilliant am I for coming up with that bloody good logo. Piss Share. I mean, for the company that sponsors this video, I'm so glad they came up with that logo because it's really fucking cool. Well designed piece of graphic fucking shit. Whatever. Suck my cock. Now. Suck my cock now. Big bird, big bird. Fucking big ass big bird. That's to the tune of Fish Heads. We sung that last week, I think, for some reason. I don't know what I'm doing. I want to make these more ewan-y. I feel like I'm getting too, like, just drawing the things as they're supposed to look. And I want them to be more... What would it look like if Ewan drew Big Bird? Woo. Problem, of course, is that Ewan's too good at drawing, and a Ewan drawing Big Bird just looks like a drawing of Big Bird. Oh, that's an arsehole thing to say, isn't it? Well, that's the problem. It doesn't really look any different because I'm so good at drawing that it just looks like a drawing of Big Bird. Wow, Ewan's a fucking arsehole. Unsubscribe. Ooh. Don't you hate when they do that in like shows and movies? They use like the term unsubscribe or whatever. Like cringe. That's what that is. That's cringe. Ugh. Yucky moo-moos. Yucky moo-moos. Where the fuck did that come from? I've never said that before in my life. Or have I? Doom. Oh, I used to have this board game. I think I got it from my, or I borrowed it from my, at the time, step brother-in-law, the guy my sister married. And it was like a board game, like a dungeon board game, and it had a big like electronic rock box thing on it that would tell you directions for the game. And so you put your character piece on the thing, and it registers what character piece it is. So all I remember it saying is if you had a dwarf, it would go dwarf, as in like it's just saying dwarf, and then it would say you have to do this as the dwarf character. That's literally all I remember is. But that's another, like I said last week about having tunes in my head. I also get little like sound clips like that stuck in my head. So it's not really of anything, but it's dwarf, and then I'll say that for anything else. Prick, ewan, cunt, eat my dick, a goobity goobity goo. I've lost control. I never had control. I'm good. We're all good. How am I doing? Well, thanks for asking. I'm up at 9 a.m. making funny noises and going dwarf, drawing Big Bird and talking about piss. If you're listening and you are waiting for your order of Gun Viking, I do apologise. It is coming. I'm starting to get messages and emails saying, I ordered this a couple of weeks ago. Where the fuck is it, Ewan? Come on, don't be a cunt. Then no one's saying it like that. They are being nice about it, but I am going to have to start replying to be like, I'm sorry, it's on its way. There's just so much to do. Look, it's Big Bird. Hooray! There's another bird I could draw that's also yellow. What's this? Oh, replace the word money with the word monkey everywhere. I've done that one before. I have. Oh, that's the last one. These all need to go in my notes book, don't they? Oh, excuse me. And let me just Google an image of this particular bird character. Oh, it's only, I think I could just about fit it in. Shall I do Justice Head? Justice Head! Give me head for justice. Oh, I hate the yellow. This yellow, it's big, so cool, whatever. But the yellow fucking, it's too light. The yellow on this is a little bit more, a little darker yellow. You can actually fucking see it. Yeah, I'll draw just his head because that's all I can fucking fit in. Oi. That's the Charlie Brown and Snoopy show. Come on, everyone. Get involved. Join in. Come on, gang. Because it's Woodstock, the burb from Peanuts. The Peanuts burb. You know. Snoopy's little buddy pal. Little bird that fucks around with Snoopy. You know the one. That fucking guy. That fucking little yellow cunt. Unnecessarily aggressive today. But then I guess that's me most days, isn't it? Unnecessary. And then also unnecessarily aggressive towards women, children, cartoon birds. They don't deserve to have someone be so aggressive toward them. But fuck them, they're idiots, and I don't give a shit. I'll be shitty to a bird. I'll stamp on its stupid eggs, kill its babies. I don't give a fuck.